Now it's just a beautiful morning down here in Seffner, Florida. Just got me a nice big coffee. Yeah, it's a little froggy, but hey, you still ride your bike to work. All year round, you can ride your bike to work if you want to. Yeah. See what happens when this clears out. It's supposed to be 80 something again today, so nice weather down here. Try to find me a load. It's a little after 8. TQL posts some stuff, but you know they don't pay for shit, and there's really not much going on. So Jacksonville's only 182 miles away, so if I got a bobtail up there to get something, it's what it is. I've done it before in shittier states, I can tell you that much right now. Or I go across the state and do something else. You know what I mean?
On the show, on the Chad Tegan YouTube channel show. Here's where we're parked. I'm north of Venice Beach, down in Sarasota, Florida-ish county. So looks like there's a little wash tub right there you can use if you want to. Little spots. I thought there was a bathroom around here. Apparently there's not. I don't know, but this is public and they don't charge, so that's what's up. Concessions, restrooms, straight ahead. Need to get me one of them damn beach chairs, man, instead of this old big thing I got going on, if you know what I mean. Oh, look at that water. Look at that water going through the jungle oasis. There's the truck. And there's the water. Amazing. Simply amazing. I didn't bring any sunscreen. I may need to run back for some. Because I'm probably going to get roached, I'd say. Oh, well.
What do you want? See that blue and white stripe thing? Oh, yeah. I want to get one of those.
Oh, 76 degrees. That's what's up.
There she is, right in front.
This will take you out quickly. Swimmers stay in swim zone. Please no putts, glass smoking, fish in swim zone. Watch your kids. That's cool. 76 degrees. Lifeguard on duty. You mean? I didn't see no bathrooms anywhere. And get the close as I can to the water and get in there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Get some shells for you. Yeah. Look at how clear this is. Bam, there's like a drop off right here. Well, those are all like shells. Oh, no, I still got that one there. It's full.
Here, this one's cold.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I don't mean to be littering.
Ice cold water. Making friends already. The locals, they like me. Look how clear that is. That's awesome. Bunch of silverfish just came through and birds came in, went crazy. It was nuts. Water 76 today. The beach is pretty much empty. It's really not crowded at all. These people right here from Massachusetts, they were cool. I talked to them. Remind me of Jana. Hey, man. I don't know why we live in Ohio.
besides the grandkids.
Oh man, what is going on? And good morning, campers. It's Tuesday. Oh, there's my phone. Hold on a second. Alrighty then, back to some business here. Good morning, campers. Just sitting in Fort Myers, Florida at the Pilot. Just got done out of the shower because I needed it. Went to the beach in Nokomis Beach, north of Venice, just a little bit. I can't remember. Key something is what the lady called it. Talked to a gentleman and his wife yesterday. And it was odd. I'm walking up to the beach after and I'll show you some clips after I got there, pulled in, backed up, did all that stuff, and he's like, we sit there. I'm like, hey, is it okay if I put my chair next to you guys? That way, if I get in the water, nothing gets taken from my stuff. He's like, yeah, no problem. I'm like, cool. So I'm hanging out by them, and next thing you know, we're sitting there chatting, and like, he was like, oh yeah, I used to drive this and that. Analog synth player. He says, I have a YouTube channel, and I'll put the clip up in here, but his name's Analog Synth Player, that all he does is takes clips of the sunset setting at that beach, and we'll put them up there. And he's like, yeah, I got some subscribers and blah blah blah, and most of my people are from different places that watch my stuff. And I said, yeah, I got a lot of people from different places that watch my stuff too. And I got burnt, but it was awesome hanging out with him. There was another couple there that was from Massachusetts, and it was sweet. There was somebody's umbrella, somebody's umbrella flew off, and so I grab it real quick and I fold it down. I'm like, I don't know whose it is, and then I seen where the stick was poking out, so I grabbed it real quick and threw it under a chair so it wouldn't blow away or anything like that anymore. Try to do the nice thing. And the next thing you know, some guy that was sitting over by us was like, young man, would you like a beer? And I'm like, dude, if I didn't have to drive, because I'm in Fort Myers right now, it's about an hour drive from there. I was like, I'd definitely drink one, but my wife would throw a fit if she knew I was drinking and then getting in the truck and driving. So I passed on it, unfortunately, but it was nice that he even offered, So I'm hanging out with them and doing stuff, and just enjoyed that beach. What a nice beach. What a nice little beach and area. I'm sure it's super crowded because that was public, and it was a Monday at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I think I was probably there from like 2 till 4:30ish. So I was out there for a couple hours, and yeah, I got burnt on this side of my body. Not so much this side, but this side, because I was trucking, and this is my arm for the sun to come in. And then I'm sitting in the chair, and I'm sitting the exact same way. So like right here on my neck is freaking burning. But I did take a shower, so that kind of helped. But, and as soon as I get done, if they have a rinse off thing, I'm rinsing off. I'm not just, sitting there with that salt just drying me out. But it's what it is. And Danica was like, oh no, you're gonna get burned. Hopefully you got the SPF 50, because she was giving me shit about the hat. I stopped at Elliton or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce any of this stuff, and I honestly really don't care. I'm just saying what it looks like to me at these outlets. And I was like, I'm gonna pick up a couple things because I needed some new Crocs, man. My other Crocs were worn down. I got these at the beginning of the summer, and look at that sole right there. There's actually an indent where that's cut in it, and that bottom's worn off. So I'm like, I'm gonna get me some new Crocs. So I know, say what you want to, I don't really care. So I got me some of these mossy oak ones. They're a little bit thicker and more durable, and they should do the job. Then I was just cruising around the different outlets and checking things out, and picked up some other stuff, because when I was in Ohio the last time for the baby's birthday, because that's why I went back from, God, where was I? I got a load. I was down in Georgia, and over by, actually I was in Savannah. I was in Savannah hanging out with Garrett. Then I got a load in Milner, Georgia, that went up to Grand Rapids, Michigan, that flatbed, and I went home for the weekend because it was the baby's birthday. So hung out up there for a week, and then I'm like, fuck it, I'm coming back down south. Regardless, I was just coming back down south because I wanted to come to Florida then, but I didn't. So I made my way down here now, and I just told Kim more than once, I don't know when I'm coming back. I'm just today I am waiting right now. I'm going to be moving the world's largest bounce houses from Fort Myers to Winter Haven, and I just got a call from the broker that I dealt with, and they said that they're not ready right now. Apparently they claimed they ran into some weather issues last night, and they didn't get the trailers loaded, so they're running around like a bunch of monkeys, chickens with their heads cut off, trying to get the stuff loaded. And there's two of us that are doing it. One guy's doing 2 trailers and I'm doing 3, 2 box vans and a flatbed. They only weigh like 20,000 apiece. So he said, yeah, within 1 to 2 hours the next one will be loaded, so don't head down right now. And I'm like, I'm probably like 15 minutes down the road, so I'm not really worried about it anyways, and I wasn't planning on rushing around to get down there. I wanted to make this video, and I wanted to you know, just let some of the morning traffic go, because I'm basically going to be working all day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on the load boards here in a minute, and I'm going to start checking things out. That way I can see what's going to be moving around up there tomorrow. That way I can book a load for tomorrow maybe. If not, I won't be too far from Danny and Danica, and I'll be probably, you know what I'm saying, within like a reasonable hour's drive or something like that from my buddy Todd. So I can go and see him. I already talked to him last week and let him know I was going to be down here. So I'll be on the opposite side. Like, this side is really nice. Everybody says you got to go to the west side. And I've been down here when I was like 15. My grandparents owned a place up in Sarasota. So I came down one time, one spring break with them, and it was awesome. And I'll never forget that. And I've never been back since, besides when we went to Jacksonville and Daytona and stuff like that. But it's not the same. And like, Tybie's nice. I like Tybee Island and stuff like that, but it's gimmicky. It's just nice that you can park and then walk to everything, you know. Clearwater was cool. Could definitely go down and do that shit again. But this beach that I was at yesterday was just gorgeous, man. The water was nice, and I'd like to make it down to Miami to check that out too. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of checking out different places, and Venice, the guy told me, the gentleman told me, and I didn't get in anybody's names, but that's just what I got, was the YouTube. Let's see if I can pull it back up really quick. Analog synth player is all I got from him. You know, but I mean, still, I could get a hold of him next time I come down and say, hey, he said Venice was under construction, so it would be bad. They said Fort Myers got flattened by that hurricane last year, so it looks like a F9 bomb went off, and don't even go there. And it's sad when you go through these places when the hurricanes did come through, and you can see the old buildings getting tore down or all tore up and stuff. But you know, that's weather, and it happens. But it's just one of those situations. It's awesome down here, though. It's so nice, and it's actually peaceful. I mean, besides the douchebag blowing his fucking horn at 7 o'clock this morning because somebody wouldn't move and he was trying to get through or something. I don't know. It's just trucking, though, man. I don't like get frustrated about the stuff anymore. I'm just thankful that I can sleep in the back of that bed for free. And I mean, I would get, you know, about 6 hours of sleep at the house and wake up 2 or 3 times in my own bed flip-flopping. So it's one of the parts of the deal. So yeah, I'm just waiting here. They said within an hour or 2. I just got off the phone with them. That's who called. So I'm gonna trim my fingernails and my toes and get myself proper and ready. And maybe I'll hit up another beach. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, Kim's like, when you coming home? I'm like, I don't know, dude. Well, aren't you gonna start coming home? I'm 17 hours from the house right now. 1,200 miles away from home. It'd take me 2 days to get back up there. So everybody says there's nothing moving. Guess what? Power moves, I'll find stuff. If I gotta sit for a day before I find something, like yesterday, you know what I'm saying? I found it for today, and it's moving, and like, worst case scenario, I drop my last load tomorrow morning or something like that. It ain't no big deal. It's just going to a storage facility apparently, so it's not like there's any rush for it. It just kind of delays things, but I'll still get paid Thursday for it. So it's just not one of the things where I didn't do anything yesterday. I just brought myself down here because I didn't find anything. There was one trailer going from like Tampa to Miami, and it was an empty trailer move. It was 256 plus miles, and they wanted 450, and I was like, no. not even $2 a mile. I did meet this gal last night. I went to the B-dubs to eat, watch a football game, and I met this gal, and we were sitting there talking, and I was like, man, what are these bugs? Because she swatted at something. I was like, man, I killed about 3 of those. She's like, they're fruit flies, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, where's all the orange trees? I want some oranges. I'm down here from Ohio. She's like, I moved down here from New Hampshire, blah, blah, blah. And we started just BSing here and there. I was talking about my truck and stuff, and she's like, yeah, I got an F-250. I'm like, what the hell are you doing driving an F-250? Apparently it's this custom thing. She's like, yeah, it's getting ready to go to SEMA right now. So that was cool. We chatted for a while, and then she took off, and I was like, well, I'm going back to the truck stop. And oddly enough, the same parking spot that I had left was still here. So I was like, heck yeah. There's a bunch of reserved spots, and we're like reserved for bobtail. And one guy talked to me. He's like, man, I come here every week. They don't mess with you. You don't have to worry about paying. I'm like, awesome. So I haven't been messed with. I was able to go get a shower. There was 3 available at 8:15 this morning when I went in there to get a coffee and take a leak. So I was happy with that. Now I'm just waiting to roll out. So here pretty soon I'll be rolling again. Be on the next adventure, moving the world's largest bounce houses. Come on.
So orange trees and lime trees. I'm in the crop area down here in the middle of Florida. It's still cool. Honestly, dude, you could have come down here and it'd be like, it's like the fucking country, Kim. Kim, it's like the fucking country. You're not gonna be missing anything from moving up there in the country when you can come down here and live. It's like the country. Oh, there's rodeos and shit down here, dude. There's big time fucking cattle ranches and stuff on this one road that I went to. You still got all the paradise trees, palm trees and shit. Fucking cruising, baby. I don't know when season is though. I need to talk to a local and figure it out. Maybe I'll hit up somebody once I get up there and stop for the night. I doubt it because everybody's gonna be asleep probably, so I guess we'll see, huh? We'll see.
Turn left.
So this is where the world's largest
You've entered the parking lot for your destination.
bounce houses were set up at and everything. Yeah, we got it, okay? Let's get in the round so I don't have to talk to you anymore. There should be another van that's not ready, it doesn't look like. And then there's a flatbed, and I'm getting both of those coming back for the flatbed. I gotta talk to this guy anyways, but this is the Boston Red Sox training facility for spring training, pretty much. So that's what's going on. That's where I'm getting them from, and I'm dropping at some storage facility. So it looks like everything's done. Just needs loaded up the rest of the way. You know, that flatbed's gonna be fun. I can tell you that much right now. I'm gonna get out and talk to this dude really quick. And I'll come back later on. Well, I'm finally rolling again. 2 hours and 45 minutes later after I showed up to the place. This trailer, they had loaded it. They stood around fucking 35 minutes before they finally decided to move and close the doors, and I'm like, Jesus criminy. Bunch of unorganized. I don't know what's going on with that, but man, stuff is irritating sometimes. And I gotta go back and get a flatbed. It's gonna be dark before they ever get it loaded. Dude told me, oh yeah, everything will be loaded by 6 by the time you come back. You'll just be able to get it and go, and nothing was, I don't know, man. I said, whatever.
Use the right lane to take a slight right turn to merge onto I-75 North.
It'll probably be Christ, almost well,
take a slight right turn.
Oh, close to midnight by the time I get back here, so I'll be able to roll over to the next day. I don't even necessarily need to run that. You know, that's just going to cut into my hours for tomorrow, but I don't necessarily have to get that thing. It ain't in no hurry. They ain't in no hurry, neither am I. I'll pull over and stop wherever I want to once I get back. Or I'll just sleep in the truck. up there. Too fucking, don't matter. If anybody says anything to me, I'll be like, I'm out of hours. I can't do. Sorry. See you in 10. Come back in 10 hours and talk to me. Oh man, we gotta watch out for the gators, man. They're trying to come on the road and stuff. Woo! Well, at least I'm moving. Hopefully the wind dies down here shortly. I don't know. This one's probably about maybe 25,000 pounds, I'd say, by the way it's pulling. It could be lighter. I don't know. There's a bunch of 17-mile-per-hour headwinds, so. Woo! It will be nice when it gets later, though. We won't have to deal with much traffic. I can tell you that much right now. I figured coming back it would be a little bit easier right now, but we'll see, I guess. A bunch of rinky-dink towns I got to run through once I get off 75 and stuff. Get the scales up here in a minute. We're just doing it. Well, here's something you don't see every day. This is all bobtail parking spots right here, and this guy's backing up right here like this. I hope he's turning around to go back the other way. I think that's what he's doing. I'm not sure. But, yeah, you got it, buddy. Houston. Things are bigger here in Texas. Hey, must learn that by not having any room to turn around somewhere. I mean, he backed right in that spot, right in those lines. Hey, Mater. Here he goes. He's taking off in his T600 or 800, whatever T number that is. Hey, man. Come on. Those aren't bad-looking trucks. I'd drive one. And if I was this guy right here, I would probably take that spot on the end. Right there. Instead of backing between two trucks. I don't understand. Look how close he is to that one. Now, if you... on the other side, you wouldn't have to worry about that shit because you got that curb right there. If you bump that curb, it wouldn't be no problem. Oh, you bump somebody else's truck, you're gonna have a fucking problem there. Somebody's honking at him. Hey man, somebody get out and help him. Get out and help him. Almost can pull back in there straight, so I don't know what his problem is. You'd think he'd have better shot at that. We'll pull up to that one. Hey man, get that one right on the end. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely gonna get that one on the end now. Good choice. A lot easier. Maybe not. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know how far back he's going there. Or maybe he's just leaving. Who knows? These fucking guys never know. Oh, he's gonna back all the way up there. Yep. Oh man, what is going on, y'all? I'm down here in Kissimmee, Florida, and I'm getting this trailer right here, and it is going up to Johnsburg, Illinois, if I'm correct. Yeah, fresh shave. And got over here to pick it up. This is for a lighting place. There was some big country concert going on. That looks cool. This will look cool. It's a 48-foot trailer here that's got a lift gate on the back, and it has these stupid ass wheel simulators on it. So I'm sitting here banging the wheels, and the inside one on the other side was flat. So I got a hold of the company. I said, hey, check this out. Get a hold of them. Okay, those are not working. She said she just had this DOT and stuff. Well, at least that one's working. That's better than none. May twiggle the thing and see if something else goes, but these stupid ass wheel simulators are just a pain in the ass. they don't go on very easy, and then these bolt on right here on top of this, and then this goes on top of that and locks on there. After this goes on, then this goes on, and that's how those wheel simulators go on. We had no clue how to get this off. We actually had to, I had to look this up for YouTube to figure this out, and then that hub had a leak, so I threw some grease in there, and I'm gonna clean that up really quick. But yeah, the issues and struggle, man. This thing will look cool rolling tonight though. I'm gonna go twiggle that. I know that's probably not gonna help, but they've already told me if I needed to cut the lock, I can cut the lock and climb up in there. So I guess if I'm rolling through a scale and I get pulled in and they say, hey, you got some lights out, I'll be fixing that. But I'm not gonna cut that lock if I don't have to, because I don't know what all kind of stuff's in here. It's lighting equipment and shit, you know what I'm saying? I just don't want to mess with that kind of stuff, because it ain't my shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's gonna set me back a couple hours, but it's like a 18-hour ride up there. So I'll probably try to get to Tennessee tonight, and then park it, sleep, take my 10, wake up, and then boogie the rest of the way, because I should be able to break it down in two. I'm at least gonna drive until, you know what I'm saying, my 11's up once I start driving. So we'll see. It will look cool rolling, you know what I mean? This thing will look cool as fuck rolling with all those lights. This is the most lights I've ever had on a trailer hooked to this truck. So chicken let out, man. Chicken let out. And that's not 53 foot high either. As you can see, those stacks are higher. Hopefully it's not top heavy. I don't know. Dude said 53, 35,000 pounds. So I guess we'll see. We will see. See. It's the only one I didn't clean. Look how clean that is. That motherfucker ain't leaking no more. This trailer's gonna be the death of me, man. Mayor temp. All the way back up to Johnsburg, Chicago, folks. Johnny's Big, Chicago. This thing is highly lit with chicken lights. We're gonna light it up. It's darker than the blue chalk, but it doesn't look bad. So it's like a 11. I don't think it's 13.6 trailer, but it's a 48 footer. Maybe it is. I thought it was shorter. Oh, it's close to the stacks though. I guess it's a 13.6. It don't look big and bulky like them other ones. 35K, headed up through the mountains. Come on, bah. Kiss Me, Florida right now, going all the way up there, 1,200 some miles. Then I'm headed to the house for a few days. And then I'm definitely coming back, I can tell you that much right now, because the weather's beautiful. I mean, I know it's nice north up there right now, but ain't gonna be for too much longer. And well, I found a couple clear areas to chill, so we'll definitely be back, and I guarantee there's probably more down here. Didn't get to visit with any of my friends that are down here, but sooner or later I will. Unfortunately, we gotta fly, man. Oh yeah, your boy just stopped for fuel quick in a shower. Look at this. Two heads to dance right.
Proceed to the route.
Woo! I need to turn off the GPS. Well, what's going on, folks? It's Thursday morning, 8:28 right now. I'm in Cordell, Georgia. I limped in about 1:30-ish, 1:45-ish last night. Driving down the road, I hear this god-awful screeching, and I start looking around. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I thought I was losing a belt, like sniffing around and smelling and stuff. See, I know I looked down and I'm at 240. I'm running at 240, my water temperature, so I'm like, great. So I pull over to, I look up to see where the closest truck stop is at, that I can at least, you know, park and be somewhat safe for the night if I need. And I was about 6 miles away, so I just ran up here still, because I mean, who knows how long I'd even been running at that. I was kind of in a daze anyways, and just letting the air build right now. So I pull in, and I'm Look around, I get out, and I'm like, great, I lost the belt. I was hoping I lost the belt. Belts are all fine, they're going fine. Like, fuck. So I turn on the heater, and next thing I know, it's blowing out nothing but cold air. So I'm like, great, either the thermostat is stuck in toast or my water pump shit. So I just got, you know, I luckily there was a parking spot, so I park, and I'm like, fuck it. Like, nothing I can do. I'm gonna go to bed. Then I just called a Napa, and they actually have both parts in stock. So they're 2 miles away. I'm gonna drop this trailer. I'm gonna run up there. I'm gonna grab the stuff, and I'm gonna do the shit right here in the parking lot. Hopefully I've got enough parts and everything I need. I've never changed the thermostat in this. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. The water pump has went out before. I have changed the water pump. It's kind of a pain in the butt. It took me 2 days, I think, to do it the last time, just because I didn't know what I was doing. Won't take me that long today, as long as I can get it done. Honestly, as long as I can start by 8 o'clock tonight, and I know that's far away, I'll be fine. I'll have that thing done. It won't take me that long, I don't think. It's just, it sucks because I'm in the parking lot. I'm running the truck to go get the parts because I want to make sure they're the right stuff, so it might be a little warm. I don't necessarily have the capacity to store all the antifreeze, so there could be a massive coolant on the ground, which is kind of disappointing. I've got a couple water jugs, but I don't have like a ton, so I only need to get the level to a certain spot though. Hopefully it's only a few, and then I think I've got a couple jugs in my side box, which I'll have to clean all that stuff out. So this is done. I'm going to cut you off and hit the air and run over to where I need to go to get the stuff. I'll be back. All right, well, I just pulled into the Pilot. I'm back from going to the Napa. I got my water pump. I've got thermostat. Ran to the Walmart. I got 3 gallons of antifreeze because that stuff is used red. The stuff that I got was $11.64 a gallon, and then the other stuff that was red that I used to use is $18. So I just got 3. I got a funnel and a bucket, and I got one of them gas funnels with the thing. That way I'm gonna drain the stuff down to where I need to, and I will dump. I've got 2 water jugs in the truck right now, so I'll funnel that stuff out and I'll dump it in there, so I'll probably end up reusing it. So I should be okay with the antifreeze. Plus I know I've either got 1 or 2 more jugs in a side box, so I'll have 5. If I need to, I'll run in the truck, stop and buy some. I just didn't want to spend the money if I didn't have to. But the water pump and thermostat cost me $204 total. And then I got a few extra things. I got like some gloves. I got some towels, some little, you know, the cleaning towels from Walmart because I needed it. And I got some blue RVT gasket if I needed to, you know, throw some on somewhere when I get messed around with shit. Basically right now I'm gonna let the truck cool down. It did get over 180 when I went from the Napa to the Walmart because they were about it was probably 6 miles, maybe, if that. They were only a few miles apart, but running in town, you know what I'm saying, just going 35, it got up over 180. So I knew it's probably the water pump. I'm glad I got one and just not the thermostat, and they had one. It is not, it's only 9:20 right now, so I basically pulled up back to the truck or the trailer where I'm at. I'm going to, I gotta clean everything out because I'm almost positive I gotta take it all the way over. So I'm gonna have to clean everything out, so because I don't want any weight when this thing goes all the way forward, and I don't want anything flying forward, which stuff in my cubby right here is basically what I'll be worried about. And other than that, I can throw it in something. But I mean, I should be able to rock and roll. So if I bust my ass, hopefully by 11 I can, 10:30ish, because it'll take me, you know what I'm saying, a good time to get this thing cleaned out, because I mean, I've got a ton of stuff in like the side boxes. Anything back there I'm not necessarily too worried about. There's just that point where it goes all the way over where you kind of, you know what I'm saying, you got that cringe.
but this truck's always been okay. I've never done it all the way over with this bumper yet. I have to have it all the way over to be able to get the water pump off, or I wouldn't. But I've got to clean all my tools out of the side boxes. Hopefully I've got everything I need. I should be okay. I mean, if not, I'll be putting out the, you know what I'm saying, the bat signal on Facebook. So I guess we'll see what happens. Unfortunately, I'm not going to shoot any of this. I don't have time, nor do I care. I need to get this truck fixed so I can get back moving down the road. I still have 14 hours to go before I can deliver this, and it needs to be delivered tomorrow from like 8 a.m. until like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But I'm pretty sure they'll give me some leeway because I had to deal with a tire and this. But this is basically like finishing up my 10-hour break, so I'll take advantage when I need to, if you know what I'm saying.
Popping out the water pump in a truck stop parking lot. We got a brand new water pump and a thermostat too. Probably just need to do the water pump. Oh, she was blowing hot last night, boys. She screeched real loud and then she fucking died on me. She was running 240. Oh boy. So I'm swapping her out, draining out the coolant right now to loosen these up, take this out, get this out the way. Unhook this up here, pull this motherfucker and just shove it forward, and then bam, right there, that guy coming out, new one going in, placing the coolant, bada bling, bada bloom. Here's the water, the thermostat. I don't have all those gaskets, so that may be something, I don't know, I may wait on that. Not really trying to do that right here, if you know what I mean, even though that is extremely warm. Decisions. I did blow the heater last night. It was blowing cold, so I probably should swap that out. It wouldn't be too bad. I mean, it's just fucking pulling this, pulling 1, 2, 3, probably 4 bolts, pulling it forward, pulling the other one out, throwing the other one in, blada bling, blada bloom, get the cab back down. Probably took me a half hour to get all my shit out, if you know what I'm saying. Hopefully it doesn't rain. We don't get any of those torrential downpours. I got stuff under here too. And then I got a bunch of shit on the other side. Oil, tools, coolant. Luckily that Napa, there was a Napa in town that had both water pump and the thermostat. So I thought last night one of my belts went, but it wasn't the belt. And looked down, I was like, oh fuck. I gotta fix this shit. Well, I pretty much got everything undone here. The fan is unhooked and hanging, as you can see. I'm trying to undo the water pump. I've got that draining off right now because this is a lot of antifreeze, and unfortunately I didn't have enough gallons, empty gallons, to be able to use. So I kind of making a mess, but it's what it is. I'm probably gonna end up going up and getting some water jugs when I'm done and dumping it all over and trying to clean this up some before I just leave it like this with a bunch of coolant and shit all over. At least I got some cardboard catching the stuff. But my problem is the pulley bolt back here. I can't get that thing broke free. It's 1 1/16 inch and I only have 1 1/8 inch and 1 inch. And there's one more bolt for the water pump that's behind that pulley that I need that pulley moved so I can loosen that belt to be able to get that water pump off, and then I can get that water pump off and switch it out. And I got to unhook some stuff up there. I just got it draining off. So I'm just waiting right now. I had to call the Napa because I walked down, some guy come down earlier and he was like, oh man, like your truck, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, right on, thanks. He's like, oh, you're doing it yourself. He's got $2,000 worth of tools in my truck. I'm like, okay, cool. If I need something, I'll come down and holler. Well, I needed 1 1/16 inch. I went down and hollered. He didn't have it, so I figured, fuck. Called the Napa. They're gonna bring me one after lunch, so I'm pretty much waiting until I can get that, and then I can get back to business and get this thing swapped out and buttoned up, and bam, moving down the road again. I figured if I can get it, I'll be happy if I can get it done by 4. It's a little afternoon right now, so that's what's up. Well, before we continue any farther, that thing's fucking seized up. Not moving. So that's our problem right there. That's as far as that thing will go. It should spin freely. It was locked up, but I'm shocked that belt didn't fucking burn off. That's what was squeaking. I was lucky to get it, and it's still on there. That belt's okay, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it's a little raggedy, but it's gonna make it. I gotta pop that off, throw it on the other one, slap that bitch on there. Yeah, just got done. Just got done. It's running, letting it air up, cleaning my shit up. Then I need to take a shower. Fucking gross and exhausted. catches on the latch, and I pull it out from where it is, stuck in between the fan pulley and the water pump pulley, and I put it back on the water pump side. Then I come over to this side, and I try to put it on the bottom of the pulley where the like there's a big pulley right under the AC compressor area, and then there's that other pulley that's actually on the water pump that you remove. Excuse me. So I couldn't get it to just plop on, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna loosen this pulley on the water pump, and I drop it down some so I could get the belt to pull over it, and I did. And then I just tightened the bolt on there, and I just left it because it was tight enough, and I didn't want to over tighten. I think I might have over tightened it yesterday when I did that. And that belt was in bad shape because that belt was getting burnt up when that water pump seized up on me, because I still drove like 7 miles after I heard that thing squeal like a stuffed pig. So I figured, great, this is it, and I put that thing on there. So basically we're running on like a bikini thong. String bikini thong right now is about as big as that bad boy is, and it's this big on that pulley that's like this, so it's just like a quarter of that pulley, but it's doing what it needs to do because it's keeping the water temperature down to 170 still, and that's usually what this truck will run at. Even when it's, you know, when it's 90 out, it may run 180, but other than that it runs about 170 unless it's cool. Then I put the winter front on and I get it up to 170 if I'm lucky when it's super cold out. But yeah, that's what's going on. So I've got 65 miles to deliver this trailer. It's going to be delivered at 12:19. I have until 2 p.m. to deliver it. So God forbid we make it there on that thong. I told Kim yesterday when I talked to her last night about 10 o'clock, I said, hey, look, I'm driving straight through. I had, you know, a significant amount of hours that I needed to make ground. And I said, as soon as I get there and deliver it, I was hoping to be able to get over here and avoid some of the traffic and stuff. This really isn't too bad right now, but when I first pulled on at 94, it was like stop and go for probably about 10 minutes, and then it broke free once the lane split off and whatnot. So I'm just trucking, and I mean, God forbid I make it there. I told Kim, I said, I'm finding a truck stop, the closest place that I can park the truck, get a beer and sleep, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to because I'm still somewhat wired from the Red Bull and the coffee from earlier. Plus, you know how it is when you drive all night and then the sun comes up. You know, you're getting drowsy. You got about an hour before the sun comes up. You basically do what you got to do to stay up. You chew gum, you smack your face, you hit your knee, you roll the windows down, you sing. You know, there's a few other old school tricks that I'm not going to talk about on the, you know, the show. But if you're a truck driver, you know what's going in your hand and what's going to keep you awake with some inappropriate thoughts and stuff. So you do what you got to do to stay up until the sun comes up. Then you usually catch your second wind, and it's like you're starting over fresh. Basically, that's what's happened now. So I want to get this thing delivered. Once I deliver it, I doubt I'll even look for another. I mean, I will look for another load because that's the kind of guy I am. If not, I don't care if I go straight home. It's 3 hours from the Marysville, Indiana area to the house, and I've done that more than once, bobtailed back home. It'd probably be about 4, maybe a little over 4 from where I'm at now. But if I can find a trailer, like I gotta go down to Lafayette, Indiana, it's 3 hours, it's about 200 miles. I can go get a trailer from there, from the God, what is it, Wabash. Then I might be able to run an empty somewhere and deliver it Monday morning and drop it off. That way I can take something home with me. If not, I mean, it's just what it is. I'm just ready to be home and be done with this shit. I mean, I'll still look around, but I mean, if I don't get nothing, it's what it is. What I want to do is get the fuck out of Chicago as soon as possible once I drop this trailer, though. And I guess if I got to take some country routes and go down and around, because I've been stuck in Chicago at 5 o'clock on Friday night, and I didn't get home until 3 o'clock in the morning because I basically sat for 3 hours and didn't move years ago. And I know how this shit is.
tough through it. If it wasn't for the bridge construction and the accident last night, I would have been able to keep going because I was fine. I had enough energy and I was fine. But I mean, once you sit for so long, I sat for over an hour in stop and go traffic, and I mean, there was times where I was completely stopped for up to fucking 10 or 15 minutes. So I just said, I can't, you know what I mean? It's just one of them deals where like your eyes start to get drowsy, you might as well just shut it down. So that's what happened. But I mean, if I make it there on that thong, I'll be ecstatic. And I told Kim, I said, hell, I may even gamble and run that bitch all the way back home. I'll check on it and stuff. And if it's rocking and rolling, it's rocking and rolling. And then I'll wait until Monday, jack the cab up for this weekend, tomorrow, Sunday maybe, I don't know, one of these days. Jack the cab up and take care of some other things that I want to. I need to clean it anyways because there's antifreeze all over the place. But I mean, that's trucking. You know what I mean? One mile at a time, one day, $1. What can you do? You can't expect much more. Stay in your own lane, you motherfucker. And yeah, you just do what you gotta do. I doubt. Yeah, he's got a CV, so he probably don't speak very good English. But Hawa, you may get chewed out, but we'll see ya. Well, I dropped that shit. I couldn't find anything. I looked for a load. I called about 2, and one was a stack of 5 chassis, and they're like, oh, you need 7 changes, binders. I said, well, I got 2, and they're like, oh, they don't allow straps because they're 53 foot. I'm like, it matters. Anyways, called about an empty trailer move up to Clio, Michigan from Juliet, Illinois for $1,000, 300 miles. They're like, oh, it doesn't deliver till Monday. I'm like, okay, I'll take it home. Then they're like, oh, well, you haven't, you got restrictions on your MC numbers through us because you haven't done anything yet. So they won't let me do a power move. I have to pull a load of theirs before I can, you know what I mean, get a power move. So I'm like, fuck. So I'm on 355 headed south, and there's fucking 8-minute backed up traffic like this is what I wanted to avoid. 294, 290 would have been just as bad. So I mean, it's what it is. Once I get, I'm gonna drop down to 57, then get off there and cut across on 30, and then head back that way. This bitch wants me to take the turnpike. I'm not taking the turnpike and paying that. Indiana toll's ridiculous, but love this traffic here. I may even pull over once I hit 57 if there's a rest area or something. I may pull over and just take me a little nap and tell the wife I'll be home when I get home. I'll see you when I see you. Ugh. Well, I'm about 2 minutes from pulling in the driveway here. Just got back from north of Chicago, and I'm gonna show you something real quick.
Then the destination is on your left.
Shut the fuck up, lady. I'm gonna show you something real quick with these lights here. En route. Okay, I got that thing is flickering back here, that blue light. Check this out. This is with the fog lights on and the headlights. Okay, this is without the fog lights. These are the headlights. Yeah, not real bright, huh? Can't really see much. I turned the brights on, but my button's sticking. So let's put these back on. Here's the fog lights. Here's without the lights, the fog lights. So a lot of times I just run with the fog lights because you can't see shit with these regular headlights without the fog lights. That's why I put them on. But I do have a package at the house of some LEDs that are going in the actual headlights that I will be installing here soon. Yeah, I'll go quick here and check something out. I think my blue light, one of my blue lights is flickering. Yeah, we got a blue light that's out. I wonder what's going on with it. Yeah, I'm just fucking right in the middle of the road too here, so okay, must be the ground. We got a connection issue here. I don't know. Either way, I'll fix it tomorrow. That's all I gotta say. Ooh, ooh. Woo! New headlights, Beatty, coming.